Hey YouTube, this is TaylorMade85, redoing my second video on shit hit the fan and bug out gear. Gonna go over actually what I carry in this one. Still don't have a lot of good lighting for the bags, so I'm gonna kind of leave those out. But basically I have two hiking bags and one small assault pack that's like any other 3-day assault pack that you'll see on YouTube that I carry as a bug out bag. And I'll get into those towards the end of the video on why I carry two different bags and for what situations. But right now I want to go over the gear I carry, how I differentiate them in each bag, and what I would carry in what situations and what situations I'd carry for other gear and equipment with. So here it goes. I want to apologize, I'm doing this all one-handed, so if it's a little fuzzy, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to get a good shot of everything. Right here you can see I have a set of hiking boots. Boots are important. These may not be the ones I use for shit hit the fan. These are about one of 5 pair of boots I have. I have a lot of boots left over from when I was in the military and stuff that I'll use, but they're Gore-Tex, they're great hiking boots, they're Merrell's. Come highly recommended. Moving up is my water systems. Right there I have a hydration pack, and you can't really see it, but I have a canteen, and this is on a thigh pouch. I don't even carry this in my bag. I carry it, it's got a little strap, a hook to it, and it straps around my thigh. My big water purification system, and then I have another water tube here with a filter on it. You can pick this up at Dunham's and you can buy extra filters for it. Now this right here would be something more along the lines I would use in a bug out situation as opposed to a shit hit the fan, whereas this is the one I carry in my shit hit the fan situation, just because it can purify more water and things like that. Also in a bug out situation I'd use my canteen as opposed to a Camelback, or I might go with a Camelback depending on what I have in the vehicle at the time or at my house and available. Both are very good water sources. I might take them both depending on how far I feel I have to travel. Moving on down the line, I have some chem lights right here which are really good. They don't take batteries. I carry them in both packs. You never know when you're going to need just that little bit of light to maybe mark your spot to get back if you're doing any nighttime movements or anything like that. Some electrical tape, some duct tape with some straps, just extra stuff to have. I carry them in both packs. You never know when you're going to need some duct tape. A sewing kit, and I keep those in both bags. Sewing kits are really good for anything from sewing your body up to clothes to a tent or a tarp or anything like that. Toilet paper I feel is a must need. I have them in both bags. You never want to be stranded without toilet paper. Makes it kind of rough trying to use the bathroom outdoors and you don't have any toilet paper. Right there I have my pistol belt, and that's what I carry for my shit hit the fan bag system. What I do is I have the thigh pouch, which you can see the strap for it right there, connects to it. My butt pack connects to it, and I have another actual thigh pouch that hooks up to it that I'll show you guys. And I carry those 3 items around my waist. That way I can get more gear on and save a lot of room in my actual backpack for extra food and things like that I know I'm going to need more of over a long period of time. Up here I have a compass, some bungee cords, some parachute cord, and some rope. All necessities. I think you can use them for so many different things. I have a ton of parachute cord or 550 cord just because it's so universal and it can hold a lot of weight. I have a signaling mirror right there that's folded down, a whistle. These are some earplugs, and I think you always need to have earplugs because you never know what's going to happen. What kind of noises you're going to be around, things like that. I got a little another whistle, and it's got a little compass on it, but the real reason I bought it is it's got a pretty accurate temperature gauge on the back, and you always want to know what your temperature is outside so you can adjust accordingly. And then I have a little Red Cross NOAA radio that's a crank radio, and I use this because I don't really need to listen to the news or anything, but I really want to know what the weather is going on around here. And it's also got a little flashlight on the end, and then you crank it back here. Ponchos and emergency blankets for obvious reasons. I keep those in both bags so I can stay dry, and instead of taking a sleeping bag in my bug out bag, I keep a tarp and some emergency blankets so I can use those to stay warm. Right there I have a knife sharpener. Down here I have my shovel, and that just stays in my shit hit the fan bag. So many uses. Right here I have a little, it's a neck gaiter. What you do is you just pull it around your head and it covers up your neck and your face so you can stay warm. Where I live we do have all 4 seasons, so in the wintertime it's always good to be warm if you need to be. Petroleum jelly. I only keep this in my shit hit the fan bag just because, for one, you can use it for medical reasons, obviously, and two, it's really good for starting fires. And then I have my little eating utensil, and then I have my mess kit to cook in, and it's got some bowls and a cup to eat out of. Up here I have my fire sources. I have some fire sticks, some matches, and magnesium fire starter. And now guys, this isn't all my stuff. I just put the basic stuff out to give an idea, mind it, but you gotta have fire. I carry it in both bags. You gotta be able to have fire to cook with and keep warm with and stuff like that. This is a little metal griddle type thing. It folds open and stands up, and I use that to cook on instead of putting my mess kit and pans directly over the fire. I can use that and cook meat and stuff on it. And then down here in my shit hit the fan bag I keep a cast iron skillet just because I've used mess kits and it's much better to cook meat and stuff in this. I think you get more flavor out of it. So down here I have a saw. This goes in my shit hit the fan bag. I keep a hatchet. Also, I have 2 hatchets, actually, one for my shit hit the fan bag and one for my bug out bag. I do have a little shower in here, and this only goes in my shit hit the fan bag because you need to be able to stay clean and keep your hygiene up. That's very important. I have a little multi-tool there. I have a couple of these. I keep them in both bags. A little generic Swiss Army knife. I keep those in both bags. And then I have, in this little waterproof case, I have a mosquito net and a little can opener. I know you can't really see it in there, but I keep that on my shit hit the fan bag, and I keep a can opener in my bug out bag too, for the food I carry. Right there I have my machete, and I only carry those really in my shit hit the fan bags. I have 2 of them, 1 on each bag. Right here, this is it's a little knife, but I use it for see if I can get it out here. Just the way it's shaped, I use it as a little fillet knife. It works really well. And then I have my big knife for hunting. Very important, this is a Boy Scout field book, and it's got so much information in it, from how to survive, edible plants and foods to eat, how to stay warm, first aid, things like that. I highly recommend picking one of those up. Again, I'm sorry this is so shaky. I am doing this by one hand. I hope you guys can see everything. Couple different first aid kits. The bigger one goes in my bug out bag, and the smaller one goes in my system right down on my leg pouch. So I have fast band-aids and some Tylenol, things like that I can get to rather easy. And then I have actually a bigger first aid kit that will last me a lot longer in my shit hit the fan bag. A tarp, obviously, in my bug out bag. I use that for shelter. It's the only place I really carry it. Down here I have some work gloves with liners, and gloves are important, guys. People don't understand the importance of gloves, but you don't want your hands getting all cut up. You don't want them getting cold if you have winter or if you just have rainy conditions or whatnot. That's why they have liners in them. But you can use them for work, to stay warm, things like that. For my shit hit the fan bag, I do have a sleeping mat. My sleeping bag is in here, and my tent. Those all go in my shit hit the fan bags. I don't carry them in a bug out bag because up to 3 days I don't think I really need one or need them. I can get by with a tarp and some emergency blankets. Up here I have some dental floss, which can be used for a number of things, but another big personal hygiene thing. Some soap, that only gets carried in my shit hit the fan bag for personal hygiene reasons, obviously. Some moist wipes, like they're like alcoholic wipes. I keep those in both bags. It's good to keep your hands sanitized and clean for eating reasons and just a hygiene issue. I have some hand sanitizer, a small little towel I can use to dry off with, and some Q-tips and cotton balls and things like that. And all that stuff's in my shit hit the fan bag. Down here I have a tent repair kit, and that goes in my shit hit the fan bag. And then down here, this is my butt pack. I know you can't really get a whole good look at it, but I've got pockets, 3 pockets on the outside, and then I have a pocket up on top, and then a pocket that opens up at the lid, and then the big pouch that goes down in here. And then I have a thigh pack, and it's got a trauma kit on it with some tourniquets and things like that. And I got a little pocket knife sticking on the outside for easy access. And I have another fire starter on the outside. And then it's just got the big pouch on the inside. And I do have about 150 feet of parachute cord, or 550 cord in there already. Over here, you're not going to really be able to see them, and I apologize, but I have my bags. There's one of them, one of my hiking bags, or my shit hit the fan bags, and then the 2 black ones. You can't really get a good look because of the lighting, and I apologize for that. And here's the thing with the different types of bags I have and why I have them. Obviously, the shit hit the fan bags are larger. They're actual hiking bags. They're very good to hold a lot of stuff. But don't be over anxious and pack these things as full as you can get them if you do go with this route, to the point you can't carry it, because you're going to be hurting if you over carry it. And that's why I developed the system I have with the butt pack and the 2 thigh pouches plus my bag, because it takes a lot of the weight off and puts them down on my legs, and then I can save the big packs for food and stuff like that, so I'm not carrying a ton of weight. And then the little bug out bag is, like I said, your basic 3-day assault bag. It'll get me by for 3 to 5 days, maybe 7 if I need it to, and without any complications. And here's the thing, guys, like I said, things I always carry in both bags: a compass, a whistle, rope, parachute cord, a mess kit, a first aid kit, usually a multi-tool, extra gloves, some hand sanitizer, stuff like that I can clean up with, a water source, a way to make fire, shelter, and I'll carry some food, some duct tape, an extra sewing kit, and toilet paper. You don't need a lot of things to get by in a bug out situation, I don't think. In the fact that you're only going to be out there for 3 to 5 days, and you're probably going to get to where you need to be or get to somewhere where you can clean up. You can do, if you're looking at starting one, a bag, just for bug out situations, I mean, you can do it cheap. You know, you can get first aid stuff at, you know, at a dollar store for pretty cheap. I mean, band-aids are band-aids no matter how you use them. You can get little chem lights like those at the dollar store, you know, duct tape, stuff like that. You can get all that stuff at the dollar store. So pick up what you can that you know you're going to need like that. And then, you know, go to a sporting goods store. You can pick up a compass for like $5, a mess kit for, you know, 10 or 15. I mean, you don't have to spend a ton of money on this stuff. This is stuff I've acquired over years and years of time. Also, you know, I have some other stuff for shit hit the fan. I think of shit hitting the fan as total chaos. You know, I want to get out. I don't want to be rescued. I don't want anything to do with the government. I want to just be by myself, and I need to make sure I can survive doing that. And I don't have food out here. I carry some MREs, some ramen noodles, trail mix, beef jerky, things like that with me most of the time. But in a shit hit the fan situation, you know, you're going to want to catch and trap as much as you can while you can. That way you're not using your own food source and it's there when you need it. The other thing I like about the military style canteens like I have is you get the mess cup with it, and you can use that to boil water with to purify it. And you know, you can do that with your mess kit and pots and pans, but you always got to have a form of clean drinking water. And always, if you go to Father Mucker 1's page, he's got a lot of great information on this, and when he goes through his stuff, he'll be the first one to tell you, always make sure something has, you know, if you pack something, it has multiple uses, you know. Like, yeah, my mess kit, you know, I can use it to cook food and stuff, but I can also use it to gather water, boil water, and things like that. But the best thing you can do is, you know, get prepared, get something started. When shit hits the fan, I have a lot of gear, you guys. This is a quarter of what I have. I have enough stuff for my bug out bag plus 2 shit that hit the fan bags. And mainly because if shit hits the fan, you want to be in groups. You're not going to want to be by yourself. You don't want to do it by yourself. In my shit hit the fan bag, I didn't put them out here, but I keep a deck of playing cards as a morale booster. You know, get some guys together and play some cards. I have more camelbacks than the one I just showed you. I have one that's got some pouches on it that I'd use for scouting and things like that. But the biggest thing is you don't want to be alone in those situations. Numbers is everything. You want to have a way of defense. I showed you my my hunting knife, which I can also use as a combat knife. I have a gas mask. You know, the biggest thing is being prepared for everything. So I hope this works for you, and I hope you get a lot of good ideas from it. The big thing I didn't put on here that I probably should have is flashlights. And it's always good to have flashlights, maybe a headlamp, but you got to understand they take batteries and batteries run out. That's why I have the crank lights. I have a few of them. They're always good to have. You never got to worry about them breaking, or not breaking, but dying out because there's no batteries. You'll always have light. So that's why I showed you those guys. It's a good, easy way to eliminate the flashlight situation. So if you have any questions, please hit me up. I'm more than willing to help you and give you ideas and take suggestions. You know, I'm not perfect at this. I don't think anyone is. I know people got a lot of good ideas. I also do carry a small fishing kit with me, and some steel eaters and stuff like that for snares to catch food with. But yeah, definitely get informed, check some things out, and let me know what you think. Thanks.